Hello, today we're just going to do a very short lesson on property and care of common fabrics. Now this particular page will be posted along with the weekly online grind. So when we get to this particular topic on our Monday night class, the accompanying sample answers will include this particular page. So it'll be uploaded for access to you. So properties and care of common fabrics. Now there's no need to learn all of these. I would say to you to take one natural, and then we're going to take one synthetic. So we're going to go with cotton and polyester. So just to know 3 properties of each and 3 points on care of each. So first of all, cotton is regularly used in clothing, whether it's a cotton shirt, cotton denim jeans, cotton upholstery fabric for sofas, also for bed sheets and for towels, tea towels, etc. Why? It's very strong, particularly when wet. In terms of wearing it as a garment, say like a cotton shirt, it's hygroscopic. And hygroscopic means that it absorbs water and water vapor. And that makes it extremely cool to wear. A person who's perspiring or sweating, that's not likely to happen when you've cotton on, because it can absorb excess moisture. So there's none of that clamminess on the skin. The downside, if you've ever ironed a cotton shirt, you have to be really careful that you iron it when it's damp, that you don't over dry cotton. Otherwise, it's an absolute nightmare to get the creases out. Like we said, it's cool to wear. Yes, cotton is flammable, but it leaves an ash residue. If you've ever seen paper burn, it's going to leave a residue like that. So, and also the fact that it does burn slowly. Polyester, on the other hand, is non-absorbent. If you think of things that don't crease very well, you know those football jerseys that people would wear, that would be made up of mainly polyester. And you know that you can ball them up and they don't crease. Imagine you wash one of those football jerseys or jerseys that people wear going to play their GAA. They don't crease. If you wash them, they would dry on a line basically in 30 minutes. They would only require a cool iron. They wouldn't be very breathable, so they would cause you maybe to feel a little bit clammy if you wore it. So they're non-absorbent, lightweight and dry quickly, very strong, smooth, and they don't burn that easily. Now in terms of care, you can machine wash up to 95 cotton, but to be honest, that would be not a very common thing nowadays. We've all been told to turn down our dial in our washing machine to the low cycle, which is 30 degrees centigrade, because less energy is used if you heat water to 30 rather than a higher temperature. We can bleach cotton, and you can use a hot iron, which is 210 degrees centigrade. If you've ever been ironing something on the high setting of an iron and you barely tip the edge of your hand off it, you'll find that you burn instantly. And that's because the sole plate, excuse me, is 210 degrees centigrade. Usually cotton is pre-shrunk. So denim jeans, anything with cotton, covers that you have on a sofa that have a zip on them, they are all pre-shrunk. Otherwise, when you'd wash them first, be like Barbie dolls' clothes, because they would shrink so much. And finally, polyester, you can use bleach. You can wash up to 50 with medium agitation. Remember, that is the drum, whereby you have one line underneath and the drum moves quite a bit. A warm iron, 160 degrees centigrade. So just to keep an eye, this wouldn't be on a long question. I'm just going to put here at the top, possible short question. But take 2 fibres there, cotton and polyester. Right, moving to the last part of our chapter then, which is to do with care labelling. So we'll just move there to care labelling. Now, to be honest with you, care labelling doesn't appear, or hasn't appeared, I should say, has not appeared on any higher level paper. We regularly see, so this is not working out here, so we'll go again. We regularly see care labelling on the ordinary level paper. So I did see it on mock paper there 1 year. It is unusual. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus in on the key areas here that need to be looked at, or the key labels, just in case. So on a short question, first of all, we're going to go with the tumble dry ones. So a tumble dryer is this line here, which we're going to label. So all of the symbols here on this row are to do with the tumble dryer. So we're talking about the care label on your clothes, the little tag that gives you instructions with regard to how to wash your clothes. So if we have a square with a circle, it means yes, you can tumble dry. If you have a square with a circle and a cross, no, you cannot tumble dry. Then you have tumble dry at high heat and tumble dry at low heat. Secondly, we're going to look at the irons. So a low iron is an iron symbol with one dot, and that indicates that the iron sew plate reaches 120. There's also an iron with two dots, which we haven't here, so I'm going to include that. And that goes to 160. And then the third one happens to go to 210 degrees centigrade, which is why it burns so quickly. Then I would go with the bleach symbols. A triangle with no cross, you can bleach. A triangle with a cross, you cannot bleach. If you see a hand in a tub, you hand wash only. And if you see an iron symbol with the line through it, do not iron. Any tub you see with a temperature, for example, if we see a tub with 40 or a tub with 50, that tells you that you cannot wash any higher than 40 or any higher than 50. Remember, one line is medium agitation, 2 lines would be minimum agitation. So that's medium agitation. And after that, the only other one I would learn there would be drip dry. And I'll draw one here myself at the side. If you see a circle, that's a square, as far as I remember. If you see a circle with a letter in the inside, it could be P, it could be F, it could be any number, it means dry clean. And the letter indicates the chemical that is allowed to be used. So just to recap here with regard to our labels, if you see a triangle, you can bleach, do not bleach. If we see tumble dryers, there'll be a square with a circle, can tumble dry, do not tumble dry. 1 dot is a low heat, 1 is lower than 2, which is the normal setting. And then if you see 3 dots, it's a high setting, which is unlikely. If you see 1 dot for an iron, it's low heat, it's 120. 2 dots, medium heat, 160, and 3 dots, 210, which is high heat. If you see a tub with the hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which won't look like that, that means hand wash only. If you see a tub with one line or a tub with two lines, that refers to medium agitation, where the drum rotates quite a lot, and then two lines, minimum agitation, where the drum barely rotates. If we see a circle with a letter inside, it's dry clean only. And we'll take one more then. If you see drip dry, actually I think my lines are going the wrong direction, which they are. Logic would say if you're drip drying, the lines are going, so that's one way of remembering that. So drip dry lines, as in a jumper, you would allow that. So they would be the most common. And then of course, if you see a drum with a temperature, the max wash would be 50 degrees centigrade. Just keep an eye. As I say, I've only ever seen these on short questions on the ordinary level paper, but technically speaking, we're supposed to know them. So therefore, just watch them. They would be the main ones that you'd need to learn. So that is the end of the chapter on textiles, which is part of the home management section. Potentially, this chapter can come up on short questions 9 to 14, or it could appear on question 4 on section B, the 50 marker, or we could see this like we did maybe in 2024, but maybe a different aspect, on question 4, the core, section C, on either part B or part C. So that is the end of today's lesson.